So, I got a message from the old lady. Tell you peoples. So let me get in here and do these invites. I don't know how many people is gonna let in this motherfucker. I can only do so many invites. But I'm about to do these invites, and we're gonna talk about trust and love. Don't trust them fake guys. They coming. Them motherfuckers persuasive. Them motherfuckers attractive. Them motherfuckers is physically beautiful, muscular body physiques, but them motherfuckers can't be trusted. Look, them motherfuckers will try to trick us if we let them. They don't love us, but they want to use us. And we ain't buying that shit. Uh, I'm trying to get in here because I want y'all to meet Chief Why Not. This is one of my new favorite guys on the block. And he be on it. He be on it. He be on it. He be on it for real. Well, I me having to tell him to calm down. Whew, he got that same fire. But look, when you know how you is, right, and you meet somebody got the same fire, and you done went through shit, you can tell them how to avert catastrophe, cause they the same kind of characteristics. You know, want to smoke with the motherfucking drama. Take this shit how you want to take it, motherfucker. But you know. Anyway, so um, we getting into some stuff here. Yeah, here you go, right here. Young Turn. I might as well bounce this off one of the guys so we can try to get the people to see. They just kicked me out of here. They just kicked me out of his live. Like I was telling you what I was about to come over here and talk about. So look, the title, Trust the Love. Don't trust them fake gods.
Oh, facts.
Right. This is the psychic message the old lady sent me this morning that she wanted me to talk about on the live. So I had to talk about cause you know we about to have some visitors. These motherfuckers is some handsome motherfucking men, beautiful women, voluptuous body women, muscular physique men, tall, dark, chocolate, handsome motherfuckers, but you can't trust them son of a bitches. As soon as y'all think you can trust them motherfuckers, they gonna slap the guillotine on your head. Them motherfuckers will eat your ass the same as they will fried chicken, nigga.
Definitely.
Anunnaki see humans as food, man. Not all of them, but it's certain ones. Them motherfuckers look like us too.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
These motherfuckers got dreadlocks that they gotta tie them motherfuckers up because they be dragging on the ground.
Mm.
Then when they get mad, the motherfuckers can raise up and crank motherfucking static electric bolts off of that shit. Them motherfuckers is
Mm.
heavy in the game.
Yeah,
They heavy in the game.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah,
So
you talk about airbending, them
mm,
motherfuckers will make a windstorm knock down trees.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
They'll make fire come out of thin air and be spinning in a circle like a fire, one of them fire nados.
mm.
They
And it's
they benders for real. We
definitely,
babies at that shit.
definitely,
Them
definitely.
motherfuckers been bending over hundreds of thousands of years. So when they brought the scrolls of bending, that's
Mm,
when that shit got started to get thick.
mm-hmm, definitely.
Now why would somebody be calling me while I'm on here? They
Yeah,
must don't know.
we talking about psychic abilities. Them motherfuckers on a whole different level, a whole different level.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep.
Hold on, cause they got my volume jacked up because somebody was calling me.
Okay.
I don't know how the fuck to work this shit.
Yeah,
I can't even
yeah.
turn the volume back up.
No, I can hear you perfectly, bro. Can you hear me?
Well, I can hear what you saying. You can hear me, but I
Yeah.
can't hear you.
Mm. You want me to
I
drop and
think I
come
know
back
what
up?
to do. Let me okay. Yeah. Hey, but I don't know. See if they can, if the people can hear you, we can keep going.
Yeah, can y'all hear me? Press one if y'all can
Hey,
hear me.
can y'all hear Chief Why Not over there?
They said,
Uh,
yeah, they said they can hear us both.
they
How
can
far?
hear both of us. They said they
Yeah,
can hear both of us. Hey,
yep.
but tell them how you got in the airbending though, man. That shit dope as fuck. A lot of motherfuckers be talking about the airbending, I be laughing, but you you
Hey,
the
K, get it,
airbending
K.
in this bitch for real though.
Yes, yeah. So I was a New Wapian, and of course, the master teacher was tapping in on different psychic abilities, such as telekinesis, aerokinesis, hydrokinesis, pyrokinesis. But when I was a New Wapian, he had just skimmed through it. He wasn't like breaking it down, teaching us how to access these abilities. So I was first introduced to it like years ago when I was under the teachings of Partner Bab Yanun, Dr. Malachi Z. York. But now this summer, over the summertime, it's just went trending. And I started seeing a whole bunch of other people do it. And instantly I knew I could do that. I already knew I can do that. So yeah, definitely. People asking where I'm from. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, Joe. Same place the God up top from. But yeah, though, so that's it. You feel me? I got into it, shit. I really started becoming a consistent practitioner this year. Can you hear me, Rob? Can you hear me, Rob?
I can barely hear you. The people keep. I think I know what to do though.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely. I got introduced to it, these psychic abilities from the master teacher, but I wasn't practicing back then. Only over the summer I became a consistent practitioner, like every day. Like practice, practice, practice. That's the only way we're gonna be able to master these things. And it's like telekinesis. All of us have these psychic abilities. All of us have it. But most of us don't have enough time to develop these psychic abilities because we got jobs, we got school, we got kids, and it takes time. So all of us have these abilities, we just don't have the time to develop them. It's a lot of fake phony shit going on out here too. Y'all gotta be aware of these motherfucking scammers saying they know telekinesis, hydro, pyro, and you be like, man, hey man, nah. Well, it's deep though.
Hey, when you say you got introduced to it by the master teacher, when can you say which master teacher?
Yeah, partner Bab Yanun, Dr. Malachi, known as Dr. Malachi Z. York, the chief
Okay,
of the Nuwapian Nation.
that's one of my master teachers.
Man, peace be upon you. For real.
Hey, you about to see him though? He good. He ain't in
Man.
that shit no. He on some other shit now. Look he over there in Cheyenne Mountains at Raven Rock. Continuity of government.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they got to deal with the elders I sent over there. They fuck the ones they want us to pick.
Mm,
I'm not
mm.
picking no politicians. Why would I send politicians to do our bidding?
Exactly.
And they
Exactly.
and they and all they is Pinocchios.
Mm. That's
I'm
all.
trying to.
That's all it
I'm at Geppetto head though.
is. Man, get on his ass, man, on the real. Man, I just want to say, you feel me, man? It's a blessing, you feel me, to be sharing energy, man. You already know the trolls out here trying to throw dirt on your name, but your real recognize real. We don't listen to none of that shit, man.
Hey, look, I already know, man. They be doing. Look, they call themselves motherfuckers be calling themselves exposing me on some shit that's out in the open. That's not exposing nothing. That's not a secret.
Exactly.
In order to
Exactly.
expose somebody, you got to pull some dirt out the closet. They say I made it up that I lived in Chicago and I got a fake birth certificate. They don't
Yeah, I
know
heard
about
that shit.
they don't know
What
about
was you?
short form birth certificates. They don't know nothing about that shit.
Hey,
It's
what would
still
you
on
have to?
bank paper.
Yeah, what would you have to gain by lying and saying you from Chicago? Like, you a grown ass man. Why would you even lie about that shit? Like, niggas just be making up shit, man, trying to defame you, bring you down. You know, it's deep, man. They ain't got shit else better to do though. We gonna meditate for them though.
Yeah, but remember though, what they use to try to tear a motherfucker down, all they doing is using the gossip channel to lure people in, and then when they get lured in, they gonna say they listen. It's just the stupid motherfuckers playing my whole video in their feed, right? So the people listening to what I'm saying, they're looking at the expressions on my face and the energy I project, and they listening to these motherfuckers, and they're like, "What the fuck is you niggas even looking at?"
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So now they got to come over here after they heard the bullshit to investigate for themselves because they ain't satisfied with the narrative that they've been given.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
So that's why I don't say nothing about them doing their thing. Let them do their thing. Let them dig all the dirt they can dig. Let them try to list everything that they call themselves exposing. If they would have did their due diligence and listened to my prior videos, two things would have happened. They would have knew that I already told motherfuckers that my whole family was Christians and I'm the goddamn witch doctor. They would have knew that already. So they wouldn't have been trying to use my family being Christians as a tool to debunk something because I already told them that them motherfuckers think I'm crazy because I'm a witch doctor. Right? So that's already on record. Also, it's on record when I already told the motherfucker my mama history, when she was an outlaw vice lord biker on the west side of Chicago, and they called her Big Red, and she had the motherfucking box to get her studs on her jacket because that was their initiation rites back then, and she became the empress of the motherfucking vice lord, Big Red. And then my big mama, who taught her certain stuff in the voodoo, who blessed me, right? So she got the black and gold for the vice lord house. Then she tell my mama, you got to, run the bloodline on the red lodge, right? So now you got my father come in, blue lodge. His nickname was Fort, right? So all this shit is, I didn't put it in the public domain a long time ago, but they call themselves debunking some shit. Call my mama Big Shirley. Okay, all that's cool. Right, but and then they falsely accusing motherfuckers, pointing the fingers at motherfuckers that's getting sold out, and I'm trying to tell them motherfuckers don't do that shit, man. You can't put dirt on a motherfucker when he down.
Exactly.
Motherfucker said some shit I'm supposed to be mad about. But when it comes to these children, when it comes to these babies, I can't be mad no more. Fuck my feelings. So if I don't give a fuck about my feelings when it comes to this baby, what the fuck you think I'm gonna give a fuck about another motherfucking feelings for? For the same topic.
Exactly.
Right? So
real talk.
Yeah, so they just talking, yapping, just using the gossip channel.
Man, Joe. And it's deep because like it's niggas out here that's really on, you feel me, all that weird shit that they trying to accuse people of being, such as pedophiles, you feel me, a whole bunch of homosexual shit. It's like when you lie on a real nigga, G.
So you start telling some good shit, then them motherfuckers want to start buffering. Ain't this about a bitch? Soon as the shit get good. Come on back, Chief. Need you in here and talk that motherfucking talk. So why he buffering, I'm gonna tell y'all this about the Anunnaki. I'm gonna see if he come back in. I don't know, his phone probably died. The Anunnaki got good ones and bad ones, just like people. And the bad ones don't see y'all as being they equals. They see y'all as being less than them, right? So this is why they'll eat your motherfucking ass like chicken. What's up
Hey,
with you, sweetie? How you doing?
I'm good. A lot better than yesterday. I didn't know what was going on yesterday.
Oh yeah, shit, you feeling that energy moving?
Heck yeah, it was super strong.
Yeah.
It was
So
like
when it get like
whole
that and you get confused, put your bare feet to the dirt. Not
mm,
concrete, not blacktop, not wood, to the dirt. That's gonna help mama
okay.
ground you out to keep your motherfucking psyche from being overloaded. All your energy is moving to the top.
Oh man, it
And
was like
then,
all this was just like whew,
yeah. Now
crazy.
ask yourself the question, how the fuck did I know it was all up there?
Probably because I sent it to you because I was definitely channeling. I think that's
I,
how I
I
feel.
already been through it
Right.
to get grounded.
My son is excited because you on the phone.
Tell me, come say hi.
Y'all come say hi. Come say hi. Is that the guy you always watching? Yeah, say hi. Hi.
What's going on with you, youngster? How you doing?
Not good.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Ain't that wrong?
Say I probably scared him yesterday.
Hey, but look, I'm trying to clean up the world so when you get big, you don't have to do it.
Right.
You should be able to have fun with your life and live your best life without having to clean up these grown folks' mess.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm doing. When you hear your mama listening to me, she listening to me trying to help us figure out how to clean the world up. So when you get to be my age, you don't have to do it. It should be done. You should be trying to figure out how much gold you're going to be spending for the next 10 years instead of how much racism you got to overcome.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather you be fighting about how you're going to spend your money than to be worrying about if somebody going to judge you by the color of your skin. We done with that. So when you get
Right.
big, you ain't supposed to deal with it. And if you deal with it, you cuss us out. The ones came before you, you give us the full-fledged business for dragging our feet and not cleaning this mess up before you got big enough to have to deal with it. Because you shouldn't have to deal with it when you get our age. All right? So we going to start teaching y'all different stuff like how to harness your natural magic that you don't even know you got.
I told you.
So
Yeah, we
that's
believe.
what we working on. We
You think he's
trying to...
Spider-Man, though?
Mhm. Yeah, so that's what we working on. That's what you see your mama listening to because she's watching it play out. And she wants you to see it too. All
Definitely.
right? Yeah,
Okay.
so, yeah.
Ooh, you're huge. He about almost bigger than me.
Yeah, but we got to start telling them that, though. They got to know that if they get to our age, they need to hold us accountable for not cleaning this shit up. This shit is over with.
Right.
Right?
Definitely.
So we got to do the work. We got to talk to the people. We got to tell them we ain't tolerating none of that big eye, little you shit. I don't care if
Right.
you think you better than somebody because you light or dark. I don't care
Right.
if you think you better you think you better than somebody because you tall. Well, bring your big tall ass over here, and I'm gonna have one of these little motherfuckers break your big ass down like you was a midget.
Right. I get
All
that.
that.
Like, you only 5'3". I'm like, okay, but I'm 100 feet in my mind. I'm 100 stories in my mind.
Shit, hey, look, quiet as it kept. What they don't know, your Titan form might be that big.
That's how I feel. So that's how I walk.
Yeah.
I be
So,
walking like I'm big.
yeah. So we don't want the children to hold us accountable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the children talk with pure intentions. They don't have no agenda yet.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to hush them up because they're going to tell us exactly what to fix. I don't want them to hush up. I don't want the
Right.
parents to tell your children like our parents told us, is go somewhere. It's better to be seen than heard. No, the fuck it ain't.
Mm-hmm.
When you
My,
see
my
me, you gonna fucking hear me if some shit ain't right. If you
right.
don't hear me and you see me, you know everything going just fine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we working on.
Definitely. Definitely. Man. So I guess I just got a question, like, I don't know, I don't really question my abilities no more because I'm pretty sure now. But like, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out like, so my sister was like, okay, you done took everybody on a magic carpet ride. You need to go to sleep. I'm like, what you mean? She's like, you taking everybody with you. I'm like, well, I'm not trying to. So what does that mean? Excuse me.
Yeah, you gonna take everybody with you,
Yeah,
but
'cause
you first have to take care of you. You can't take nobody if you destroy you in the process of going.
true. Excuse me.
So, yeah.
Hold on.
Can my mom get famous from this?
I don't know if you're gonna get famous from this video, but you might be.
Right.
You might be the one that's supposed to be famous. What you like to do? You like to sing, dance, sports?
Game and sports.
What you say? Gaming and sports?
Yeah.
What sports you like?
Soccer.
That's a good sport. You know, in America right now, it's a shortage of baseball players from America, so they have to bring them from overseas. If you good at baseball, you almost guaranteed one of them super contracts because we don't have a lot of young boys interested in the American pastime anymore. Just something to think about. It'd be easier to be a professional baseball player than it will basketball or football because right now everybody trying to be the best football or basketball player. But baseball players make just as much money and they less hard on the body than those other two sports. So you can retire and still be able to play with your grandkids. Some of them football players and basketball players got to sit in the chair and talk to their grandkids across the room because their legs hurt, their back hurt, ankles hurt, standing up hurt, sitting down hurt, laying down hurt. They just hurt all the time because they didn't abuse their body in a sport that's unforgiving to the body.
Right. You listening? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So investigate baseball and try it out, see if you like it.
You heard him? Try out baseball, see if you like it. You gonna try it out? All right, we'll try it.
It's so funner to play than it is to watch because I don't like to watch it, but I play.
Right. Thank you.
But some people enjoy watching it. That used to be a big thing when I was little. The baseball used to be the premier sport in the nation.
Right.
And then along come Chicago Bull number 23, LA Laker number 32, and motherfucking Detroit Piston number 11, and they changed all that shit.
Right.
Yeah. So what was he saying before he wanted to know if he was gonna be famous?
We was talking about everybody on a little roller coaster with me.
Yeah. So look, make sure you ground and make sure that you let your feet touch the ground. And if you got a privacy fence, wear your dress with nothing under it and sit on the ground.
Okay.
Right? Because you talking to mama then.
Okay.
But you just using a different set of lips.
Right.
Yeah. Then you go in, take you a nice Epsom salt bath. Use the oils according to the energy you want to move. Okay. Right? So when you know what the oil do, that's the energy that it moves. So when you put the oil in there, that's to move that energy and wait till you submerge. You want to wash your aura, you pour a cup of alcohol in it. Okay. So you have to put it in after you submerge in the water. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, and that's gonna wash your aura. Okay, that's good to know because usually I just like with my intentions just do that when I wash up, just heal my aura. So that's nice. Right. So what you're doing with the Epsom salt and the alcohol is putting like, it's like putting detergent in your laundry when you do it. It's gonna get
Okay.
cleaner than it was with just water.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
You can also put stones in the tub, you know, that's charged with a certain energy you want to move to.
Okay. Cool.
But the basis to the spiritual bath is the hot water and the Epsom salt, essential oil, and the alcohol is to wash the aura. You don't have to do that all the time. But if you feel like you're under psychic attack, you can literally sometimes see the particles coming out of your aura when you wash with the alcohol, especially when you start tuning in your third eye,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
But you're gonna feel so much different. You're gonna want to do it more often anyway, because it's gonna make you feel more lighter and more free in general, and it's gonna help you control your energy yourself better. Between the
Okay,
grounding and the baths, it's going to accelerate your progress. The only thing you got to do now is start worrying about cleaning your filters, which is your liver, your kidneys flushed, and then you need heavy metal cleansed. Shit, you be ready to fly by your ankles in a minute.
Right. I know my cause I carry, so I know that metal be having me in a whole nother like it be having me way down. So hey, I didn't know about the metal cleanses.
Yeah, that's cilantro and green algae.
Oh, okay.
So
Let me write it down.
one of them is a flush, the other one is what they call a catch.
Okay.
Right, so they work together. One of them is to get it to move, get it up out of the places it's hiding, and the other one binds to it and carries it out the body.
Okay. Well, how many that know?
When the molecules is too big, it pulls it out the body. That's how you get rid of the heavy metals. But they got specialized detox. If you want to do a in-depth cleanse, I'll refer you to Doc Pitt. That's my herbalist who I send everybody to, because he got all of the certifications for it, and he's been doing it hands-on longer than I have.
Right. Okay. Cool. That'd be great. 'Cause my grandma was a herbologist, but she like taught my sister everything. By the time it got to me, I ain't know nothing. I didn't even know none of the family stuff. Like everybody stopped talking about it or something. Like I didn't supposed to know. I'm like, well, I just find out my own way, I guess.
They can't stop you.
Right. Definitely.
Yeah, you're still gonna find out what you need to know.
Definitely.
And Doc Pitt finna start classes too. He finna start because some people been asking about getting certified in the healing, and he actually teaches it.
Oh, that'd be great. My sister would love that. She's a massage therapist and energy worker. She would love that.
Oh yeah, that's because she need to study acupuncture, acupressure, and qigong. She'd be able to do miracles with calibrating her body. Look, there's a thing called SpectraVision scan.
SpectraVision scan.
Tell her to look into that, because what it's gonna do, if she's sensitive enough to her body, the machine gonna tell her how to eat. Everything the machine know how to do, it's gonna train her to do it if that's her field.
Oh, nice. It says SpectraVision.
Maybe I gonna tell you that part.
Right. It says SpectraVision.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it says cilantro and
green algae.
Green algae. Because I will forget that as soon as I hang up. Well, I forget very quickly. Short term is really good, but okay, nice.
All right. I'm gonna let you out, and then I'm gonna let somebody else in, sweetie. Okay.
Okay. Thanks for talking to me.
You're welcome.
Yep.
Get the guy back in here, man. They done exited the guy out.
Yeah, peace, God. I don't know.
I don't know what happened, man. You was going in, and they just buffered you.
Yeah, Instagram be tripping, man. You know they be hating on the guys, man.
Yeah, I think they got a little. I think they got a guy that just specifically watch specific people. Like watch these 10 people here and
Man,
fuck they feed up.
definitely, especially when you're talking about some real shit, you know, the knowledge. It'd be like, yeah, they don't want that shit to get out, man.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah, I'm listening, bro.
oh, go ahead. I want you to finish telling what you was on. You
Oh
was
no,
going somewhere.
yeah, I was just gonna say, you know, all of us have these psychic abilities, you know, telekinesis, uh, airbending, hydrokinesis, pyrokinesis. All these are psychic abilities, and we all have them. But most of us don't have the time to develop them because we got jobs, we got kids, school, all type of shit. And you know, to become powerful, it takes work, practice. Like telekinesis is a muscle. I call it a muscle. And a lot of our telekinetic muscles are weak because we never work out on them. We need to strengthen the muscle. You feel me? Strengthen the mind, man. I mean, anybody can do it. I done heard the weirdest shit when it comes to this shit, telekinesis shit. Yeah, only black people, we the chosen ones, we the guys, and you gotta be on a vegan electrical diet. None of that shit, man. None of that shit is a prerequisite for telekinesis, man. This is a natural birthright right to the humans, to the gods of the planet. You know, of course, you have to be on a certain thought frequency, you know, to access these powers, and that frequency is divine knowledge of self. We have to know we can do these things. We have to know thyself, like truly, not believe. Because I honestly think, though, bro, when I saw it trending over the summer, I didn't believe I can do that. I knew I could do it, and that's the difference. People come to me and they come with the belief mentality, and it'd be very hard for them to tap into things that they can do. But once you know you can do that shit off back, man, it's just deep. But it requires a lot of time, which is put in by practice. So one
You
last
know
thing, one
that's
last
one
thing.
of the things right there. I'm gonna let you finish, but well, that's one of the things what you just said. Practice is so important,
Mm-hmm.
and like I learned to practice while I was at work. So when I'm not at work, I can focus on my son and my mom and my dad like that, right?
Mm,
And so while I'm at work, the job I had, I learned how to adapt the job to do the training while I'm on the job.
mm,
That's the same way I did with meditation. If you see me when I hit a trance, I start pacing in a circle. I can't,
mm.
it's uncontrollable, right? Because the
Yeah.
information hit me like from every angle and it's got me in motion. And the
Mm-hmm.
reason why I trained myself for what you call kinetic meditation.
Mm,
Whereas most people sit in a asana position and meditate in silence, and I wanted to learn how to go about my day and still be able to access the psyche. So it was like learning Tai Chi. Tai Chi is a kinetic meditation.
mm.
Qigong is a kinetic meditation.
Keep going. I fuck with keep going, definitely. Yep.
Right. So while you learning these things, you don't even know all of the side effects come with the discipline of learning to train in that fashion,
Exactly.
right? Because it's strengthening all your psychic channels, but you still haven't used them yet. So you got to learn how to control the psychic ability and tune in the psychic channels so that you can
Mm-hmm.
access it. It's all there.
Definitely. Definitely. I definitely agree, man. Right on point. Keep going. But I didn't even look at them as a kinetic meditation, and that's dope. And you know, it all makes sense, man. A lot of people tell me, like, you know, a lot of us think we supposed to just be born with these psychic abilities. But I used to think that way too, but it's like these, like, you know, your superpowers are only for those who are willing to put in the work for it. It's a lot of us are lazy. You feel me? We don't meditate, we don't practice, and we don't even want to. We just feel like we deserve these powers. When I teach telekinesis, I tell people telekinesis is only for people who are willing to work hard for it, because you're gonna need to work hard through practice. If you ain't willing to work hard and take the prerequisite steps, then you don't deserve it. You don't deserve these powers. You feel me? I tell people about meditation. You feel me, Joe? certain practices that they need to do on a daily basis with different objects. People not finna do that shit, man, because they lazy. They just want to wake up and be able to move shit without touching it. And they don't deserve it, because I train with the gods. And these motherfuckers that I train with, they levitating shit. They knocking over chairs, they pulling garbage cans, like heavy objects. But they've been in like five plus years, and they train every day. And I know, like, okay, they deserve these powers. I'm fuck with Russians, Chinese motherfuckers, Joe. We in a Telegram group chat, and there's a lot of powerful motherfuckers in that group chat. And we train together every day on Telegram. So, but it's like I come back to IG, people not even training with for you. They don't even want to do that. They just feel like they supposed to know this shit. So telekinesis is for those who are willing to put in the work for it.
Yeah, that go back to like when, like, for instance, people like, well, what make you qualified to tell the people this shit? Because I put in the most work.
Exactly.
Right.
Definitely.
I went and look, when I was doing my medical studies, I wasn't going to a university. I was doing it on my own. But the conditions put me in the hospital where I'm sitting at the motherfucking table talking to doctors, giving medical advice to other doctors. And when we get done with lunch, they want to know what motherfucking university I graduated from.
Facts.
Right? And so they all talk about their med schools and shit. And I'm like, yeah, well, I went to school itself.
Exactly.
Right? So I use the study to access the information. Then you use the ones who's in the field to test the information to make sure that you got it accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So when Doc Pitt first came, my herbalist, I went to go listen to him do a lecture, and he did a Q&A session, right? And I can't resist. I gotta ask you questions if I'm in the audience. I gotta ask you something, because you're gonna trigger something to make me ask something. And it ended up, we in a dialogue in front of all of these lay people that don't know about homeopathic medicine, having a full physician to physician homeopathic dialogue on the functions of the body, the liver, the kidneys, the salts, you know what I'm saying? And all of this stuff, we sitting there, and I'm trying not to overtalk the people where they can't keep up. So now, while I'm talking to him, I'm like trying to turn it down so that they use terms they familiar with, ask questions that I know they want to ask. And the reason I know they want to ask because they telling me telepathically to ask them. Right? But they don't even know they're using that faculty. Right? And that's one of the biggest things about telepathy, that a lot of people can't access it, is because when they get telepathic messages, they think it's coming from themselves. And that's when you have your insanity sink in. Because you dealing with somebody else's demons that's in the next building from you, and you ain't got nothing to do with that shit. They just seen you and was thinking about you, and now you got access to all their dirty thoughts. Definitely. And you don't know how to turn it off because you don't have a witch doctor coaching
your thoughts. Yep.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question real quick. So you just made me think. Would it be safe to make a correlation between telepathy and empathy? You know, a person that can, pick up on other people's energies. Those are like thoughts. But I know telepathy is to communicate mentally without words or speaking. So
right.
Is an empathic person, is it in the same like lane as a telepathic person? Like just on a different level?
Empathy is necessary to establish the link. Okay. So when you remember when we study in the occult, it tells us about a sympathetic link with an object that can bring the energy of the person, place, or thing into our energy field, and they call it psychometry.
Yep.
Right? So psychometry, telepathy is based on, it's a two-way channel. It's a sympathy channel, which establishes the link, and it's an empathy channel, which accepts the information.
Okay. For sure.
So that's like your positive and negative current.
Definitely. So like you know, as far as like telepathy, you know, because we and I'm chief of Whatnot Tribe, and what we teach in my tribe is divine knowledge of self, mental healing, advanced meditation, and we just added telekinesis. But of course, telepathy is in a mental healing practice section. You feel me? And a lot of us don't know. You feel me? Like we so telepathic that we do this shit without even thinking. Like every woman I've ever fell in love with, I had a telepathic connection with. Like I can be thinking of one of my goddesses, as soon as I think, not even 2 seconds later, like as the minute I think about her, a split second later, she's calling or texting. So I sent her that signal, and she responded in the speed of faster than the speed of light, because
I'm
nothing is
finna tell you a secret about what you're telling me.
yeah, nothing
That
is faster than the
listen,
speed of light. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
that connection you talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's your mother's connection to them through you. You are a what they call it, transducer. The energy from your mama's heart linked to yours. She the only place, the first place you got unconditional love was your mother. And for the ones that didn't have a mother, they either had it from an adopted mother or a big mama, right? But once that unconditional love is established for that child, they got what's called a heart link connection now. Because the child is going to learn to love the one who nourishes and nurtures it. And the one that's nourishing and nurturing it is doing it from a place of love. It's a reciprocal link. It's a sympathy and an empathy in action, right? Now, when the boy becomes an adult, he can't control his own mitochondria. He need a female that's going to love him the same unconditional love that his mother loved him. And then his mother is going to be the one that tell her to call him, and it's going through you. You're going to feel it. So you thinking all the time, you thinking about her, but all the time your mama telling her to call and check on you.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you mean now. Yep. And it happened.
So you thought it was your thought.
Yeah.
But it was your mama.
Big mama.
Even if she's not in the physical realm, she still do it. So your mama is the one telling the woman that love you to the same level what to do to make you happy so you won't leave her.
Yeah,
right?
That's deep.
And now, this is why it's necessary for the mother to properly instruct the male child. And that's why Elijah Muhammad used to always say the mother is the first teacher. This is what he's talking about. Because if she fails in instructing him properly and communicating with people, and she got like dirty shit on her mind all the time, how she gonna get over on this nigga, how she gonna play that motherfucker out some money, her son is picking it up and he's developing a repulsion to women. But if she properly instruct him, that's why in the Nation of Islam prayer, it said, ask for right guidance so you can be rightly guided. And this is the message that they was all, so from Mother Clara Muhammad, Elijah's wife, who passed the torch to Mother Khadijah, right? The Sister Betty was supposed to get the torch, but Malcolm had to take the heat in order to protect the family. So when he ran the red herring, he have to pick his replacement, and all parties involved got to agree that this is a suitable replacement for Malcolm. He picked Louis X, and Elijah gave him the name Farrakhan Muhammad. But we call him Louis Farrakhan. And all of the ones involved before the events that was about to take place, independently of each other, all had to feel that he was a good man. and he would be the only one that could take Malcolm's place if Malcolm wasn't here, including Malcolm. Malcolm got to feel that way in his heart. We talking about the sympathy that establishes the empathy in order to make the psychic link for the communication. So before Malcolm had any issues, Betty loved the shit out of Farrakhan before he fell out with before Malcolm fell out with the nation. She looked at him like a real brother. Like, this my brother, motherfucker, come around me. Farrakhan he might not be the best motherfucking scrapper in the pack, but he ain't gonna back the fuck down.
Right.
She knew that.
He was chosen. He definitely was chosen.
Yeah. Malcolm handpicked him. And he the one presented him to Elijah. Right? And Farrakhan told a story a couple years ago at Savior's Day, how he was standing up there thinking something, and then Elijah was calling him on that shit.
Yep. Definitely.
Right?
I mean, definitely.
So once you understand how we have to protect each other and what we will do for each other, we don't trust the guys. We trust the love. Going back to the title of the video, right? Because if you follow true love, wherever it go, you're going to always be following the path of righteousness. Sirata Mustaqim.
Yep.
Sirata Mustaqim. Straight, narrow way. Because the love has to come for you. All you got to do is At the Feet of the Master was the name of the book. But who is the master at the feet of? The babies at the feet of the mother.
That's a
right?
fact.
So when we're talking about the wisdom is Ein Sof, Sophia.
Here they go.
Not this again. Hold on one second.
For sure. You gotta put your shit on do not disturb. All right, we back.
I think I figured out how to do that shit now. Okay, now
Definitely.
the psychic connection being made, the love being true, you can follow the true love, and it's gonna keep you out of all of the motherfucking bullshit. Right? But you gotta remember, as a man, the way that you get around bullshit sometimes is you just go through that shit. Like a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta like it.
Go through it.
You gotta go through it though. You don't have to want it, but you gotta go through it though. So now you putting yourself in the position to be imam out front. See, they use all those terms to confuse us, to make us think you had to be somebody in one of these groups with these secret oaths and secret handshakes and shit in order to get to the divine.
Masonic shit, yeah.
So I'm coming out this bitch iconoclast, Apollyon, the destroyer, tipping sacred cows at every motherfucking turn. Because as long as we holding these sacred cows greater than the self can always be subjugated by a sacred cow. And I ain't finna let no heifer run me. Right? So then you go to, what's the difference between a religion and a cult?
Nothing.
Quality of leadership, of membership. Because they called it a cult when it was the Moorish Science Temple. It was the voodoo cult of Islam that became known as, then they said that it took the voodoo and went to the Nation of Islam. Right? What they telling us? Follow the magic, motherfucker. The magic is in the love. You a torsion field. A push-pull energy. Right? Clear out the black hole. The black hole is the channel up the spine that's blocking the sacred sacorium. What's the job? What's the mission? The great arcana. It's called the great work, right? Right. Since Empress Fire 36944 put it out there who Hiram was, we finna do some master building. Let me pin her comment though.
Definitely. Somebody asked me a question. They say, do I still teach that we manifested ourselves, or am I in alignment with the Big Mama energy now? Like
Wait.
when we talk,
Wait.
go ahead.
Wait. Big Mama manifested her goddamn self.
Mm-hmm.
And you in Big Mama energy, you part of that manifestation. The question answers itself.
Yeah, so it's deep. And you know, it's this is like deep wisdom. This ain't even knowledge. You got wisdom. Knowledge is abundant, you know, but wisdom is much more valuable. So you feel me? It's deep. A lot of people won't even be able to understand, but those that do, they know where you coming from. You feel me? When we talk about the creator, I identify, if we talking about a physical creator, my mother is my creator, my physical, biological mother, that's my creator. But when we talking about Big Mama and the source energy, the reason for everything, you feel me? That isn't physical, you feel me? But at the same time, that source energy, that Big Mama energy, as you call it, God, that's within every one of us. You feel me? We had to portal through her. So we are the Big Mama energy. Just like Big Mama can be loving, can be healing, Big Mama
She
can be
can beat
very
your motherfucking ass. She gonna cuss you out.
exactly. So it's like the title, trust the love and not the false gods. That's a fact. And you know, I mean, even though, you know, God can be good or evil. So it's a lot of evil gods out here. I identify.
Okay, at that point right there, what
Go
you
ahead.
just said,
Go ahead.
it's a lot of evil guys out here.
Mm-hmm.
If you trust the love, you gotta know the most excuse me. Well, sticky of the icky.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
Look, if the guys can be evil, you gotta trust the love. And this is why. The greatest God in your life, when you become an adult, is you. Because you are never going to motivate yourself to do anything if you relying on another external God to motivate you.
Exactly.
So you have to love the inner God the most unconditionally. That means the shadow work, when you see that foul ass shit you did when you was 14. Yeah, I did that shit.
You got to make up for it, double time.
Make amends for your dirt. But you also got to accept that you was goddamn dirty. Everybody's so self-righteous, they don't want to acknowledge that they ever did any dirt, but they got a string of people behind them that their good intentions paved that road to hell for them.
Self-accountability.
Yeah. But that comes with self-love.
I identify God, I mean man, as being God, but not all of us are gods. I used to teach the black man is God, the black woman is God. And I was ignorant. You know, I fell into agenda field teachers, and now life showed me you need only truth. God, you feel me, is anyone can become God who has divine knowledge of self. So God is divine knowledge of self. And I look at people that embody this God body, and all of them have one thing in common. Whether they from the Far East, whether they from over here, whether they from Africa, you feel me, wherever they from in the Caribbean, all of them have divine knowledge of self. So this is why I say everybody ain't God, because everybody don't have divine knowledge of self. It's 1.3 billion Christians on the planet. Black people, melanated people, we take up most of these religions, from Judaism, Christianity, to Islam. These are monotheistic religions that govern the planet. And black people, melanated people take them. You feel me? They fill them up. So if I'm a Christian, a Jew, or a Muslim, I believe in Ein Sof, Yahweh, or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if I believe in a source external of myself, that I can't be God thinking like that. That takes away your powers. Religion takes away divine knowledge of self. So
Yeah.
this is what.
Now look at this.
Yeah.
Let's take the Old Testament, Judaism, Yahweh.
Mm.
Right?
Mhm.
Now, Yahweh is supposed to come to you and be your God and do your God shit for you, right?
Mhm.
Well, why this motherfucker gonna get jealous?
Cause exactly.
And then why, when his people get in trouble, he don't do shit? He said, y'all better go to Egypt if y'all want to live.
Mm. And what about this one though, Rod? God is all knowing, right? He knows everything. He created the boundless universe. So why the fuck God asking questions? The first question he asked was Eve, who told you you can eat from the tree? In the book of Job, Satan walked up in a meeting amongst the heavenly hosts. You feel me? And God asked Satan, where art thou come from? He said,
You ain't know where he was at.
to and from the heavens, seeking whom I may devour. So God asking questions, meaning he don't know. The pastor used to tell me all the time when I was a Christian, the pastor used to tell me, well, God already knows the answer. He just want to see what you're gonna do. Well, if
He all
God,
supposed to already know what I'm
he
gonna do.
already know exactly. Exactly, G. So
But see,
it's
the
deep.
trigger is this. The
It's
trigger
deep.
is this. In the Christian church, they crucified the God that they worship. Seriously.
They did. They did.
Right? So in their religion, if they believe that, and they believe that their God can be killed by men, that is less than anthropomorphism,
Exactly.
right? That's called diminished divinity. That means a God fell from grace. For a man to be able to slay a God, that's not supposed to be possible.
Nah, that ain't. That ain't. But you know,
So then,
the book is allegorical though. You feel me? It's like it's not meant to be taken literal. And this is why I say
right,
that's a
that's where the
spell.
trap. That's where the trap at.
Exactly. This is why I say it's a book of spells, literally. The Egyptian book of the dead, the Peru ain't the only book of spells. That these religious texts are spell books because you can become so embarked in the word. Just reading this shit, you'll forget it's a mythological story meant to explain a concept and give principles. And we forget that, and we take this. We start thinking this shit is literal. This is how powerful the scribes were that wrote the books. A scribe is different than an author. A scribe is like a magician. He can captivate you through the word, through writing. An author just publishes books and writes books, but scribes are like is deep, man. And you gotta be careful. These books
Well,
ain't
you
for
got to remember, the scribes of Tahuti was the ones who taught the pharaohs how to alchemically charge the hieroglyphics. Whatever your plan was, when you read hieroglyphics, they stand out to you because they resonate on your genealogical frequency. This is why they always talking about the blood.
And symbols too. They like symbols.
Right. It's the blood and the rites. The blood has to tie back to the earth. The earth produces the microorganism that is the mitochondria that fuel the cell that ties the blood to the earth.
And would that be the
right?
oil? Would you make a correlation with the blood of the earth being oil, the oil that's in the earth?
No.
Okay.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in the soil, the black dirt. There is mitochondrial in what's called a free radical state, right? This mitochondria is the same mitochondrial that's the fuel source for the DNA. Consciousness is projected through the crystalline substance called DNA that's made up of 21 complex amino acids. Right? Now, you cannot find 21 complex amino acids on Earth in a free radical form. They don't exist. That means a DNA chain can't just form. They They're about to
Right.
cut me out in 25 seconds. We're gonna come back in and
Yeah,
pick
we
this back up.
definitely got to, cause you getting deep though, on the real.
Yeah. Okay,
All right,
so
peace, God.
once the Earth